Don't shoot him. Shoot his ass. What's up, April here, and welcome back to The Struggle is Real, my YouTube channel where I do TV and movie reactions and reviews, all for your viewing pleasure. And also mine. Now I'm sure you're wondering why I'm bathed in this seductive red light, cloaked like Red Riding Hood on her way through the forest. And you know what? I'll tell you. So in honor of my birthday month, which is this month, I've decided to highlight some of my favorite movies, but not just the mainstream movies, movies that have gone under the radar or don't receive as much love as I feel like they should. Now, one of my most favorite subgenres of horror is that of Giallo, which is an Italian film genre dedicated to mystery and thrillers, often with there being a killer that stalks their victims throughout the entirety of the movie, and you don't find out who that person is until the very end, and sometimes you don't even find out at all. Now, the most notable Giallo directors and also some of my favorites are Dario Argento and Mario Bava, and some iconic Giallo films are things like Suspiria and Blood and Black Lace. But tonight I've decided to watch a lesser known film for those that don't know Giallo, and maybe a more known film for those that do, Dario Argento's Tenebrae, accompanied by an amazing score by the Italian rock band The Goblins. This movie has mystery and intrigue and murder and dogs. Super excited to watch it because I haven't seen it in a very long time. So for those of you that have never watched it, you're definitely in for a treat, and those of you that know of Giallo but haven't seen this film in a while or haven't seen it at all, welcome. We're gonna go on this ride together as we always do. So without further ado, let's get into it.
There was only one answer to the fury that tortured him, and so he committed his first act of murder.
I love a movie that just starts, just gets right into it. See, the thing about Giallo films is that there's almost always amazing music. This movie has an amazing score, which obviously I can't play out loud because copyright, but it's so catchy though. Like, I'm just gonna dub something amazingly like disco-y over this because that's what's playing. Like, I really haven't seen this movie in a long time, but there are some key parts that I very much remember, and I'm looking forward to those parts.
Have a good trip, Mr. Neal. Flight 401 to Rome. See you inside at check-in.
So, time out though. I'm from New York, and it like actually looked like he was biking on the Belt Parkway, which how doth one survive that? You can't even drive on the Belt Parkway safely. But to bike or what? Okay.
Yeah, well, listen, Jane. Well, the reason why I haven't seen you for 6 weeks is because Jane, take it easy. Look, I'm going to hang up on you. The plane's been called. Do you hear me? I'm just going to hang up on you.
I mean, he left his bag sitting there at JFK, like, he's expecting very good things from the people there. See, this already suspicious. Whenever you have a beautiful woman looking as you leave with sunglasses on and there's a smirk, it's not always the best. She teething.
All right. What have you got in your bag? Open it. I said open it. What? Come with me. I said come. I want to look in your bag.
Wow, he just snatched her in the bag.
Do you have a receipt, miss?
I was going to the cashier to pay for it.
Please come along with me to my office, will you? This way. In the back
all
of the
right,
store.
I'm coming.
You gotta love a movie that's been dubbed. It's just, there's something about it that it's so old
Elsa
school.
Manny, 12 convictions for shoplifting. You should have learned by now.
I'll give you my address. For later, I mean. Anytime. Come on, give me a break. You're not gay, are you?
Where do you live?
Here, in Rome.
Okay.
Thanks.
Wow, she just traded sex for not getting arrested, so gotta love the 80s. Also, her saying, like, you're not gay, are you? What if he just was someone that just wanted to do his job and just arrest her for shoplifting and just didn't want random sex? Like,
Come here.
wow.
Yeah.
This is the school of opening gates. He definitely knows where you live, though, so that's not ideal. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. Damn. We're like 15 minutes into the movie. Someone's already getting smurdered, y'all. This is an angry smurder. This is what I'm talking about with Giallos. It's just it's a gloved hand. Like, you don't know who this person is. But we know that they're taking pictures. So they're clearly insane. Killer point of view.
Pleased with your agent?
Oh, terrific, great, incredible.
Come on, say something nice about me.
Tell me, where's Anne, my secretary? Ah, Anne.
Peter.
Man, just
Are you Peter Neal?
waiting inside.
Yeah.
I'm Captain Germani of the Rome Homicide Squad. This is Inspector Altieri. But the girl was killed 5 hours ago. Her mouth was stuffed with pages from a book, Tenebrae.
Tenebrae? Well, I didn't know the girl. I'm sorry. Thank you. No.
I'd offer you something harder, but you don't drink on duty, right?
I only drink on duty. A scotch, please, straight up. You just arrived, Mr. Neal?
I only drink on
Do I have
duty.
an alibi?
Wow.
Yes. I landed from New York about 2 hours.
Oh my
Can I
God.
ask you something?
We found this on the floor of your apartment here. It's addressed to you.
There was only one answer to the fury that tortured him.
Finish my drink.
Beautiful scotch.
Hello, Peter Neal speaking.
Not anxiety or fear, but freedom.
We have to talk.
You told me how, Peter Neal.
Now listen, we should meet. Maybe I could talk to you. The girl you killed today, she was...
How did you know about her? Who's with you?
Yo, the way that they hung up the phone. Oh my God. How did you know about her? Let us all aspire to walk on the beach in heels for some reason or another. Oh, damn.
I wouldn't come near you right now if my life depended on it. You make me sick.
That was hurtful. Oh, snap, y'all. The music started. You know what that means? Someone about to get killed. Someone's about to get murdered. This is a very, very cool tracking shot, though. Tracking shot to murder. You gotta dance to murder disco is what I'm gonna call this. Murder disco. Now the question is the tracking shot the murderer or the cameraman, or are they one and the same? You can't help it but like get into the music when you're like listening, when you're like watching the movie. You're like, I know that someone's about to get murdered soon, but like the beat is so tough though. The beat is legit. Just like groove into it. Wow, so we're actively watching a break-in right now.
Turn it down! Pervert. Filthy, slimy pervert.
So is she like we going to pretend that we didn't hear a whisper? So you hear a whisper and you say, let me change clothes? What type of BS? What is this? Wow. What a way to get smurdered. It's really important to investigate a noise as naked as possible. So that way, if something happens, you can defend yourself with your nakedness. Wow. How did she get caught that quickly? Like she was... Okay, well, never mind. Never mind. So what we have here is a 2-for-1 special because 2 people got smurdered in the same place. Yes, it's important to clean your weapons after each murder.
Hi, I'm Maria.
Oh, hi.
Wow, personal space. Okay.
Oh, that sounds very nice. Maybe I will someday. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
See you.
You don't waste any time, do you?
That's jailbait, my dear, jailbait.
Uh-huh.
Look, she was fixing the water heater.
Your personal plumber.
Killer's motivation is to eliminate what he calls corruption.
No, the killer is insane.
It's just that I'm genuinely interested myself.
Well, I really appreciate that. That's a real compliment. Thank you. Jane? Is that Jane? Do you think Jane could have done that?
A jealous ex.
Bye.
Bye. See you later.
I feel like it's always important also if you're a killer to stay in this luxurious mansion-esque villa.
Go fuck yourself!
He just dropped her off in the middle of nowhere. There's no reason to... no. See, this is a scene that I remember vividly from this movie, and I feel like this is why you don't F with dogs and taunt them in any way, shape, or form, or animals in that sense, just in any sense. Because this dog is out for murder right now. Wow. The dog was just like, I gotta get a running start, because I'm gonna get her. Let me take my time. Be back up for a second, compose myself, so I can track her down. There's that music again. You know what that means. Murder! The return of the Doberman from hell. My God. If anyone out there owns a Doberman and can attest to them being like this, please let me know. Because I've done research on Dobermans, mainly because I want one, and I feel like that's pretty accurate. There's that dog outside. You would think that the dog has been hired by the killer to protect the property. The way that he chased her down. She's like, damn, I came into the wrong apartment. Came into the wrong house. She's like, this stuff looks really important, and I'm gonna take it with me. Which is smart. It's like, clearly whoever's here this is not good. The question is she going to get out alive when that Satan dog is outside? So this is just straight up a nice ass house where the killer stays part-time, full-time, not entirely sure. Oh no, it's the killer.
Please help me. The door was open and I was attacked by a crane. Spy!
What is that even in their hand? Yes, let me throw the evidence back at them because that's gonna stop them from coming after you. Oh, wow, that's a hatchet, straight up. Okay, well, damn. Welp. She was never making it. Let's do a little lawn maintenance.
Cristiano Berti, the TV critic, called Tenebrae a novel about aberrant behavior, human perversion. He was very weird about it.
2 words. That's hardly a case against him.
You could mention it to the captain. No way, no way.
Why would their dumb asses go to where the person has been murdered? That is the stupidest thing. Burn all the evidence. So the cops found the body at that address, but they didn't see like who owned it, who's renting it, who's there, who came back. Bad police work.
I'll go around the back.
Who is it? Who's there?
Wow, he got super smurdered. Bro, don't just stand there. Bro, run. You just watched someone get run.
Peter? Come on, hurry.
Oh, he got hit over the head, but not killed. That's suspicious.
What did you see, the killer?
I couldn't see much. I don't remember.
Was he tall, short, what?
Cristiano knew the killer, said it was him.
You've got to go to the police. What you saw could break the case.
I didn't see shit.
I think they should call the cops.
Of course I'll stay.
I think that everyone should have gone to the cops. He should definitely go to the cops. He saw all the murder. Regardless of if he saw the murderer, he saw the murder. The cops. Well, she's definitely gonna get murdered.
Peter.
Well, we're back to the random lady with red shoes. That took a turn.
Please, stay just until Friday.
My life is in danger. There's no deal in the world worth risking my life for.
Facts.
You're right.
Oh, well, that took a turn. Oh no, this took a turn.
I feel so sleazy, wondering if he knows about us.
No. Jane, will I see you for lunch today?
Yeah.
I can't go in that house. Just stay in the car.
Why are they going back to the house?
I heard him screaming.
He just saw his light flash before his eyes. He was like, oh damn, almost died.
I'll walk, you drive, and I'll see you later. Okay.
Just like I almost died, y'all. This kid almost killed me.
Peter Neal, personal. Born Rhode Island, prep school in Yale. Taller than I expected, with hazel eyes. Somebody was really into your life.
So he don't see that
Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
giant patch on his head?
What happened to your head?
Oh, just beating my brains out on the case.
The killer and Cristiano Berti were both obsessed by your work.
I just have this hunch that something is missing. When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable,
Is the truth.
must be the truth.
Would you leave town? Today?
I was going to do just that.
There's that music playing. Clearly he's been waiting there for a minute, so he might have been stood up because she got schmurdered after she got them shoes. Because they was playing the music, so. Wow. He got murdered in broad daylight in the middle of a square. She's like, let me be out.
I was on my way back to the house. I know there's a piece of the puzzle there if I can remember it, see it.
My dude, why would you go back to the house? Whatever information you remembered, you can remember it with the cops. You should have went to the cops a while ago and been like, you know what, I saw this man get murdered. I saw him get tomahawked. I saw this man get axed. And tell him all the things that he knows. But instead, he's gonna go and break into this property of the murderer. And he's probably gonna get murdered. Well, there you go. The gloved hand already stole his keys.
Cristiano. But I don't...
I killed them all! I killed them all!
He was the murderer. So, who killed him?
Why did he sound like he was speaking parcel tongue? You left the window open to your car. You know what? This is Italy in the 1980s. Oh, damn, bro. This is why it helps to have a knife on you at all times. Damn, he got murdered.
Hello.
Oh, Anne. I'm sorry, I wanted Peter.
He's gone. He's left Italy.
I did something so... It's like there are two people in me. Help me, please.
Tell me where you are, Jane. I'll come around, all right?
I am so sorry. I didn't mean to.
Suspicious.
Who's the lady?
She's the housekeeper at the place Bulmer rented, and she's got a lot of interesting things to say about him.
You question her.
Mm-hmm.
The murderer is killed again. I have to go.
She's just sitting there waiting at the door with the gun.
Is it you, Anne?
What? 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 What just happened? Yo! What? Oh my god! Wow. Outside of the fact that she just got super murdered, I don't even, like, it was the way that she got murdered with, and then the fake hand. Oh my god, that was incredible. Well, Anne about to get murdered, so. Damn, off the rip. It's probably the actual dude. It's crazy ass. The writer guy. Yeah, that tracks. Absolutely.
I didn't know. I didn't know that it was.
Bro, shoot him! Shoot his ass! Shoot his ass! His whole partner dead. Nah, shoot him, bro. The fake hand is still on the The fake hand is still on the table. The fake hand is still on the table.
When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. And Bulmer's maid told Inspector Altieri he had an affair with your fiancé. Altieri was too headstrong and came over here alone to check. She didn't know that you, Neil, are mad, and it cost her life.
Oh no, I didn't kill the other women.
I know. That would have been impossible.
Oh, he crazy.
I realized Cristiano Berti was the killer.
But you wanted him to live on long enough to be blamed for the murder of your fiancé and her lover. The two people you hated most. Come on, move over there.
Nah, I'd have just shot him. He sus as hell. And she just standing there, her dumb ass. What? is happening here? He just murdered himself. What is going on? He just murdered himself. This is why I love Giallo films. Because what even just happened? This is why I love Giallo. What just happened? Like, last 10 minutes of this is insane. What is going on?
Okay, it's over. I couldn't believe it either. Not until I got a telex from Interpol this evening. When Peter Neal was a teenager in Rhode Island, a girl he knew was killed. Then he committed an act which haunted his life and twisted his mind forever. You'd better stay here. Wait for me, huh?
Where are you going? Where are you going back outside? Well, that was a terrible idea. Why did he go back in the house? For what reasons? Oh, this mofo's still alive. He fake self-murdered himself. Bruh. Tell you what, I would not have gone back in that house. I hope he's gonna die. So that's great. I really like that cop dude, and now he's definitely getting murdered. Now her ass getting out the car too, like, come on. I don't know why he went back into the house. There was no reason. Like, the cops were on their way, I think. Oh, Anne, you beautiful starfish. Just go wait in the car. Wow, she is screaming her heart out. And he is super schmurdered this time. This time he's dead. Okay, girl, we get it. Really wanted that cop guy to live. I really liked him. But so Giallo. Usually everybody dies, and everybody pretty much died except for Anne. Oh, Giallos, what a ride. So that was Tenebrae, and I honestly, you know, I love that movie because honestly, the deaths in this movie are absolutely ridiculous. They come out of nowhere 9 times out of 10. You're following the killer over the course of the movie, which is usually ludicrous. You don't know when they're going to strike, at what point, or with what instrument. Now, obviously, in this movie, their weapon of choice was a straight-edge razor that they were going around killing people with based off of the book that was in the movie. That was also the name of the movie, and it ended up being the author who wrote the book because he was clearly a psychopath. Well, no, he was definitely a psychopath. Definitely a psychopath. But not all of the murders were done by him. Basically used the murders as a cover-up to get rid of 2 people that he really didn't like, which were his fiance and his agent, who was sleeping with his fiance. Now, here's the thing, you know, his fiance could have just broke it off with him and then just been with the agent. But seeing as how he clearly, the main character author dude, clearly killed someone when he was a teenager, according to the cop, rest in peace to the cop. I feel like even if there wasn't some psychopathic murderer replicating the murders in his book, and then, you know, he just decided to tie in those murders with that, I feel like at some point he still would have tried or found a way to murder his fiance and his agent. Because, yeah, that was pretty thought out. I mean, he straight up chopped off her arm and left the half of her prosthetic arm on the table, and then murdered her, and then murdered his agent in broad daylight. So I think the only person that he didn't mean to murder, or he didn't mean to murder when he thought that he was murdering that person, was Anne. But then on the flip side of that, when she was about to come back into the house, he was definitely gonna murder her. So he was clearly just crazy. I mean, obviously the first guy murdered a bunch of people, but he had murdered everyone else. The first guy guy, the first killer, the reporter or whoever, murdered the young woman at the opening of the movie, the 2 women in the house, so that's 3, and the young girl who had, you know, figured out his lair. That's 4. After that, every other person that was murdered in this movie was from the author. So you have the actual murderer. He killed the actual murderer. He murdered the young man who he realized definitely remembered something, so that's 2. He murdered his agent. He murdered his fiance, so we're now at 4. Then he murdered the police officer's partner, so that's 5. And then he murdered the police officer. So that's 6 murders. 6 people that he killed, as opposed to the 4 people that the original murderer killed. So I think he's got him beat. So all in all, in this entire movie, 10 people were murdered and 11 people died if you count the actual author himself, who was impaled. So that part. So many people died in this movie, all because this man was jealous that his fiance and his agent were sleeping together. This is why, if you're going through some, just tell the person, you know what, I don't even want to be with you anymore. I don't want to be with you. I want to be with your agent. Now, would he maybe have found a way to still kill them? Maybe, possibly, I don't know. But would he have murdered a bunch of other people to get to them? Probably not, because they wouldn't have even been there. He probably would have stopped working for him after, just to let him know, like, listen, if you are confused at any point about the relationship that you're in, just tell the truth, because you could save like 5 or 6 people from being murdered. Like, if you just say, hey, I don't think I want to be with you anymore. I think I want to be with your agent, you know, I like him better. Or the agent could have been like, hey, your fiance is kind of hot, awkward, definitely sleeping with her. Can't work for you anymore because I'm sleeping with your fiance. Something. But the amount of people that died because of all of these shenanigans, like 6 people could have not gotten murdered if they would have just told him the truth. But then he was kind of already like psychotic, so like maybe he would have found a way to murder them at some point later. But the other people wouldn't have got murdered. Maybe. I don't know. And then the guy murdered the first set of people. So you know what? I have no idea. Maybe all these people would have got murdered anyway. Who knows? Okay. Clearly this movie was filled with a bunch of psychopaths. Psychopaths and cheaters and people that shouldn't have gone back to houses. We don't know, okay? But like, that's the insanity of Giallo. I really like this movie. I feel like it's so underrated in terms of the realm of Giallo, because usually when people think of notable Giallo films, it's usually, you know, Suspiria and Blood and Black Glaze. I like Tenebrae a lot. I feel like it's absolutely absurd. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like this movie so much. Outside of the dope soundtrack, which obviously for copyright reasons, you all will not be hearing a lot of this soundtrack. But I will make sure to dub some really awesome disco-esque music over it just to match my dancing. But at some point, if you all get a chance to watch this movie, the music in it is dope. And usually the music that's in most Giallo films is pretty dope in general. But yeah, that and like the deaths are just like so ridiculous. Like you're just following around this person, this gloved maniac the entire time, and just watching them murder a bunch of people. And then you find out at the end. You know, sometimes you don't find out, but in this movie you found out that there was not one but 2 different killers, and they were both insane. So that part. And everyone basically died except for Anne. So props to Anne for surviving, but probably having a life's worth of trauma that she will not be able to shake off. For anyone that's interested in getting into Giallo, or you don't know what this genre is, or you've never heard of it before, or you do know what this genre is but you've never seen this movie, I hope that you enjoyed the insanity that is Giallo. I hope it piques your interest enough to go look up some more Giallo films. I will leave a couple Giallo titles in the description box just for people that are interested in, you know, learning more about Giallo, or finding more movies, or interested in more directors, or just interested in hearing some dope soundtracks. Yeah, I feel like it's a very underrated subgenre of horror that is very influential also in American horror in terms of slashers and things like that. But you know, typically in American horrors there's like a masked person that's going around schmurdering everyone, and you don't know who's behind the mask per se, but you very much see the masked person killing people. Whereas in Giallos, you are in the point of view of the killer up until the end of the movie, which I kind of like better if you are interested in film in any way, shape, or form. From a cinematography standpoint, that's so interesting because you're getting all of these really dynamic shots of what the killer's doing, and you got these tracking shots of it going up the side of the building, which obviously the killer's not going up the side of the building, but it's used for, you know, interest, like he's scoping this place out and things like that. So I always felt like it was a little bit more interesting than, you know, a typical slasher where you're just, people are just, you know, dying and then the mask is taken off at the end. But with this, you know, you find out later on, but being in the point of view of the killer is always an interesting ride because you get to watch the person either pretend like they don't know who it is, or they don't know who it is, or you see by their face that they do know who the killer is. So that kind of also kind of sheds light on the plot as well. If their face is like, hey, oh my god, it's you, and then all of a sudden, oh my god, and it's like they clearly knew the killer. But obviously if, you know, they're just getting schmurdered and they don't know who it is, then, you know, that too. I also always like that most Giallo films are dubbed also, so like the voice track is always a little bit off, and for some reason that's just so comforting to me. I don't know why. I know that's really dumb, and it might bother some people. Like, some people kind of have a thing about, like, you know, the voice matching up with the audio, but I guess maybe it's because I've watched so many classic films and different genres of films. Specifically, like, I love older kung fu, and we might get to that later on this channel too, but I'm used to the audio not matching up with the visuals, at least for these genres of film, so it doesn't bother me too much. Obviously if I'm watching a newer movie and it's off, I'd be like, what's going on? But for these older genres, obviously, you know that the movie is dubbed or the voice track is done again, so it's okay. That is a part of what makes the movie endearing to me anyway. But yeah, I do hope that you all enjoyed this, watching with me this movie that is that holds a place in my heart. Anywho, thank you so much for joining me for this watching of Tenebrae. If you're interested in Giallo, or you have no idea what it is, or you've never even heard of it before today, but it's piqued your interest, I will leave some titles in the description box below. If you've liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, more movie and TV reactions and reviews. And for The Struggle Is Real, I've been April, and I'll see you real soon. Peace!